All right, I found it. So what we have is through a leak down test and a compression test, cylinder 1 has an issue mechanically. Mechanically, there's something wrong. It's not spark, it's not fuel. Mechanically, there's something wrong. What we found was it has a burnt valve. So it's an exhaust valve. So that means the engine has to come apart. The cylinder head has to come apart. So here's the next step. Now I get to go and take my RO, and now I got to figure out what do I need. What parts do I need? How long is this going to take? What's it going to mean for the customer? So right off the bat, I'm going to say, okay, let's say my shop charges $110 an hour. So I'm going to put this down here. So labor, I'm going to put down $110 an hour. The nice thing about All Data is it has a calculator built in right at the top. So if I do need to do any math on the fly, I can use that. But right now I'm going to go down. So that's engine work. So just like on the menu for Chilton or any of the other service material, whether it's the book up in the cage, I'm going to go to engines. So first thing I'm going to click is I'm going to click on engines on All Data. And now I'm going to go down this screen. It's a very long screen. I'm going to show it to you. But I've got to go down this screen and figure out what do I need. So, okay, so this is probably going to be for cylinder head assembly since I have valves that need some help. So we're going to click on cylinder head assembly. It's going to load. Okay, so lower crankcase seal. Not what we wanted. Oh well, I guess we give up. I'm done for the day. I'm clocking out. Nah, just got to try again. Because remember what I said. You might have to search around a little bit to actually find what you're looking for. So let's try cylinder head by itself. Okay, cool. We got something that time. So we don't have to just quit and throw our hands up in the air, close the hood, and walk away. Now, we have a separate menu. And on this menu, I have fuel pressure release, valves, valve clearance, valve cover, spring retainers, all sorts of good stuff. That's cool. That's going to tell me what needs to be done once I send this head out to maybe a machine shop to get resurfaced and have new valves put in. But that's not quite what I'm looking for. That's the machine shop's job. They'll handle that. They'll know the pricing. Let's just take a rough estimate and say for the machine shop to do their work on their end, they're going to charge $400. So we're going to say $400 from the machine shop to resurface the head, all new valve seals, valve guides, and valves. Just put down valve job. So we're going to put that down there. Now, like I said, this doesn't pertain to me, so I got to search even more to see if I can find what's going on. So now I got to go into maybe something a little different. And just a heads up, I just made up an RO. And I did not search this previously, so the time it's taking me to do this is actual time. So, plus me talking to you guys. Right now I'm talking to myself because there's nobody here. But back to it. So, cylinder head gasket. I need to find something that's telling me the procedures and the time to take the cylinder head off the engine. I already got what needs done for the machine shop and stuff. That doesn't matter. I'm not doing that. I'm responsible for taking the head off the engine, and putting it back on. So let's see, what does it take? So for a head gasket, so that's removing the cylinder. Now we're getting close, because for doing a head gasket, you got to take the head off the block, because the head gasket goes in between. So what I'm seeing right now is for that little 4-cylinder engine, it's giving me 11 hours. So 11 hours to do a head gasket job. So right now they're saying the head gasket price itself, they're not always right on All Data, but it's saying that's probably going to be around $85 for the kit. And that'll probably that'll be more than head gaskets. That'll probably be a full seal kit. So $85 for head gaskets because we're not reusing it. It's getting a new one. And what we saw was for our time, manufacturers, they give 7.4, but us, it's going to take us 11 hours. From start to finish, just for my job, taking the head off and putting it back on again, it's 11 hours. So 11 hours. Okay, and then we already included the price of all the valves, all the kits and everything like that. If I were to start on the engine, then I would go through the procedures but to keep this video from being like 1,000,000 minutes long, we're just going to say, okay, we got the procedures out of the way. I can show that on a different video, but I'm just showing you guys how you would go about this in the shop. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break out the handy dandy calculator that's on here. So here's what we got. So 11 hours times 110. It's an email from one of you guys. All right. So 11 hours times 110. So our labor by itself is $1,210, just the labor. Okay, we said $400 for the head resurfacing and the valve job. So plus $400. Now we're up to $1,610. And then for the head gaskets, okay, it's $85. But remember, that's $85 for what our shop pays. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark it up 80%. Oh, I'm not ripping them off. I'm going to mark it up 40%. So I'm going to take 85 and times that by 0.4. So that's $34 extra. So 34 plus 85. That's going to be $119 I charge for the gasket set. So $119 plus 1,610. I come out to $1,729. So I come out to $1,729. That's without tax. I can add tax on later if I want to, but that would be the price of me doing that job and correcting the issue that the car has. Now that took 17 minutes to explain. In the real world, if I had this, I'd probably have this done within maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and I would be giving the customer a call back with an estimate and telling them what's wrong with the car. Then I give them the option to spend their own money. And it's not always that simple, but that's pretty much the way it goes.